Cryptic vicious spell, sadistic in its hell, simplistic mission, can't you tell? Take all the negativity in life, get in position to stride it with all your might, just wind up sending it back to hell. Yeah.
What is going on, everyone? It is me, the Gengars here, and welcome to week 6 of the MPL. This time we're facing the Leeds Rhyhorns and their head coach Jordie, and this match is, well, let's see how it goes, I guess. You know, he's packing that Mega Sableye, the Registeel, the Hydreigon, the Tornadus Therian, the Excadrill, and the Arcanine. I'm sorry about the vacuum in the background, I can't really do anything about that. And on my team, we're bringing Versace, the Scarf Jirachi, we're bringing Gengar, Focus Sash, Cosmito, the Mega Gardevoir, Bay, the Chinchino, Margaret, the Sableye, Margaret, and Mogwai, who ships it, and Gudra to eat up all the special hits. So, you know, let's just see how it goes. We had this match on Saturday, and I'm sorry that this is a bit late. I just haven't gotten this recorded for me yet. I really do apologize about that. But anyways, this took some time. I actually tried to prepare a little bit, but I don't have a Fire Water Grass core, and it makes it a little bit hard on me. But I lead with Jirachi, as my Mogwai was a bit obvious, and I was thinking, at this moment I was thinking, fuck, he's gonna go for Will-O-Wisp. I've seen him do this, because he has Prankster on it, and he's gonna have Will-O-Wisp, and then he's gonna hit me with an attack afterwards, so he's gonna cripple me. So I was thinking, U-turn. I actually outsped, so that means he didn't go for the Will-O-Wisp, and I just switched out of there. I was like, okay, so that means he's probably going to go for Knockoff, so who do I switch into? And I figured after that I have nothing to take Knockoff. Gudra's my best bet. And the Knockoff was sure to get there, and I know this thing is a little bit tricky. It's a little bit tricky. And he switched out because we can't really do anything else to our friggin' Gudra, and I predicted this is Registeel, so I go for Fire Blast. As it is also one of my strongest moves, and you know, look at that image. Look at that damage. That does a lot of work. That does a lot of work. I need to hit like probably 2 more maybe, and I can KO this thing. So I go for the second one, and I land the second Fire Blast, which is amazing, incredibly good. He goes for the Thunder Wave as a Gudra. Gudra's actually base 80 speed, so it's not that slow, but it's pretty slow. And he just gets leftovers recovery. He's just kind of sitting there like, yeah, I'm just gonna get that. I'm just gonna chill. He goes for the Stealth Rocks. Like he doesn't really have anything who wants to come in again. He's praying for me to miss or probably get paralyzed or something. But Gudra's just putting in the finest of work, taking down this Registeel. It's like, bye bye. And currently we're sitting 6 and 5, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I know he still has the upper hand on me, and this game can switch in the flick of, like, just a snap of a finger. That's where we're going to go. He goes for Earthquake. I can't really send in anything to an Earthquake. It was too obvious. I could not do it. And I think we saw Mold Breaker too, because he doesn't have any sense of it. So I send in Margaret. And I play very stupidly with my point of view in this match, because the Mogwai switch here is real. Mogwai. The Mega Sableye. Mogwai and Margaret. Who ships it? And I get Magic Bounce with the Confuse Ray, so Margaret is like, this Mogwai is very, very cute. I don't understand it. And Mogwai is very, very confused about this, so I'm just taking Margaret back to my team. Like, she doesn't need to be up in this, and a knockoff is coming. I'm just like, no, I don't want to do this, so I'll rather let Bay lose her King's Rock than Margaret lose her Bright Powder. So, I'm getting caught with a knockoff, and it is very unfortunate, but at least, and unfortunately, I lose this to Mogwai, because Bay and Sucker Punch that did not work out. So I switch into Cosmito, because it is my best switch to this Sableye, because I can Mega Evolve and go for Hyper Voice and do all that lovey-dovey good shit. I chose the Magic Bounce, not that this is really going to do a lot. He switches, because he does not want to catch Hyper Voice. He sends in Gibson, the Arcanine. Freaking Gibson, man. Freaking Gibson. And I'm pretty sure at this point I predicted Rhino to come back out, the Excadrill, which I don't really know what item that thing is holding. So I go for Focus Blast, but I miss Focus Blast. I tried again, but I miss another Focus Blast. I'm just like, Arcanine, you evasive dog. You evasive dog. And Cosmito has the chance to, of course, live one Flare Blitz, because Cosmito is just bulky. HP is not all that, but defense, not really all that either, but special defense, that's something. He goes for E-Speed, no reason not to. I don't have a proper switch, and He looked like a defensive variant, so I didn't think he would pack it. I thought he would pack in, like, I don't know, Wild Charge. No. Defensive one doesn't run that. They run like Will-O-Wisp, Roar, Toxic. No, not Willow, Toxic. Willow, Roar, Flare Blitz, and I guess. No, I don't see E-Speed on the defensive one. But besides, I sent in Versace and I see, like, I ain't doing shit to this thing, so I'm just gonna try to flinch a little bit. Go ham, you know. Jirachi's just out here, just chilling. Going for the flinches like I normally do, you know. It's just, you know, Jirachi's just kind of there. I'm going for another Iron Head. I'm seeing that this ain't doing jack shit. Like, look, since we started this, I think Arcanine was at like a little bit less than full, or full. It's probably like 10-15%. And I don't need to stay in on this anymore. I'm just done. So just went into Sableye and I'm just like, yes, Margaret, you got this. And he goes for Flare. I was like, oh shit. But Bright Powder comes through. Bright Powder comes through and Margaret's just like, ow, how are you? Hi. And he withdraws Gibson. Gibson is such a British name. God damn you Brits. And yo, Gibson. And I go for Foul Play here, predicting the Mogwai, because I don't want to fight with Mogwai. And that Foul Play does damage, and regular Sableye is faster than Mega Sableye, because Mega Sableye gives himself, Mogwai gives himself bulk over speed, while Margaret here is just like, I'm a little bit more fast, but I'm tricky. So Margaret's just going for her foul plays right now, as I get hit with a knockout, and just like, Margaret, I'm sorry, Margaret, it's okay though, it's okay. I don't have Sucker Punch, but I'm just like, go for the foul play. And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna recover because I can. I'm sitting behind my gem. I'm gonna recover. I wanted this to be thumbnail material, like you see Mega Sableye on the left or on the right, and then Sableye on the left. But instead, I decided to put the MVP of each team on there. And he goes for recover. I was like, I can play the recover game too if you absolutely want to play the recover game. And here he does something smart because I can't play for shit. He sends in Goblin. I go for the foul play to hit the Mogwai. And I play way too predictable, because here I'm like, okay, so he's probably going to stay in because he's sick of this game. And I go for Confuse Ray and shit, and he's attacking Mogwai. Mogwai, the only one that can outplay Margaret's hacks. Mogwai and Margaret. This is why we ship it. And Margaret, again, once again, is just all confused about this Sableye. This Sableye behind the gem, just casually being shy, looking behind his gems, like, is that another Sableye? Is that another Sableye? Oh my god, that's another Sableye. And just, that was supposed to be a gift, but it hurts a little bit too much on my Margaret. Margaret's like, what are you doing? I just want HP. So I go for recover. This right here, Margaret and Mogwai, a better love story than Twilight. So Mogwai goes for another Shadow Ball on my Margaret, and that does nothing. He goes for the Sucker Punch, knowing that the foul play is coming his way. And I don't get hit in confusion, which is incredible. I go for foul play, it does damage. Mogwai gets switched out. I don't really know why. I mean, Gibson runs house my team. I do recognize that. I do, really do. Let's see, how long is left this match again? Okay, we're about that point. I go for recover again, though I snap out of confusion, and I was like, okay. And you know how I play. I mean, I don't care if I'm playing predictable at all. I'm just gonna go for the Confuse Ray again. I mean, I gotta do what my team can do. Like, this is literally what my team can do. I can confuse things, I can flinch things, and I can just do weird, horrible plays that are way too predictable, because my team can't really run anything different. I mean, of course they probably could, but I'm not competitive enough to play that way. And Arcanine unfortunately breaks through the confusion and goes for Toxic, but he hits himself the next turn, so it's all good. Like, you know, Gibson hits himself. I go for the foul play because, you know, Arcanine's attack is pretty good, and he's more so defensively invested, and I can tell that this is more so a defensive Arcanine based upon the fact that he has Intimidate and he has like fucking Toxic and shit, and has like. So I send in Gengar, I'm just like, okay, come on Gengar, you can do this. Fortunately, their Stealth Rocks And he snaps out. He goes for Morning Sun though, so it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. My Gengar's like, okay. Can we do this? Can we do this? Go for Focus Blast. Nope. Can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't go for Focus Blast. And Gengar goes down to Arcanine. This is the sad part. Gengar. I just want Gengar to work, but the Focus Blast miss. I mean, it wouldn't have done a lot, but I mean, I would have put some damage on the Arcanine before the freaking thing. And I send Margaret back in here. I go for the recover because I need some HP back in this place. You know, Margaret has been struggling a lot with the toxic racking up on her and everything. He gets hit with a Flare Blitz and does way too much damage. So at this point, like if I go for recover again, the Flare Blitz combined with toxic is just gonna KO me next turn. Come on, PC, calm down, calm down. I go for the Confused Rain besides though, because like if he hits himself, I can recover next turn and be all fine and dandy. I think at this point I was just like, why? Why am I still trying? I mean, I can't even lower this to a 4-0 if I wanted to. I have nothing for fire types. And hopefully by week 8, because I've been trying to propose a trade with someone to get a certain Pokemon. And if it works out, I have something else than Goodra for fire types. And he snaps out again, goes for Flare Blitz, and that is a guaranteed KO on Margaret from that range. That's like around 60%, and Margaret's done. Margaret needs to sleep. And now, like, my main attack, sort of offense in general, like Confused Ray, Sableye, Gengar, and friggin', I think Versace's my last member. And as one, I'm just like, you know what, Iron Head everything. I have Fire Punch on this thing, so just Iron Head. There's no point not to Iron Head. I have nothing else. I have nothing else to go for, so I can just go for Flinches. If only this would have happened against the battle against Jack, I could have won. I could have just flinched out his freaking Heracross and I would have won. But no. So he sends in Rhino, the X-Girl. He's like, okay, so I'm just gonna Earthquake him next turn and be done with it. So I just go for another Iron Head, you know, just starting racking on the damage on Rhino. I'm going for another Iron Head, and I'm faster than him, so even if he's Scarfed, I'm still outspeeding. Since I'm Jolly, I get a crit flinch. And at this point, I'm just like, you know, I can't click anything else. I'm just gonna click Iron Head. And I get another flinch. I go for Iron Head again, because I can't really do anything else. I'm just clicking Iron Head, Choice Scarf, getting all the flinches. And he's like, no, I'm preserving my 5-0. I need a 5-0. So he sends in Gibson. And at this point I was just thinking, is he gonna be that guy and just switch into his other Pokemon to get a -6 on my Jirachi? That would not be cool. That would just be really, really rude, actually, when you think about it. And I can't do anything else. I just have to constantly just continuously go for Iron Head, and he can go for the Flare Blitz, and even though I'm base 100 HP and a defense, Jirachi cannot take that. And that is the end of the match. So Gibson take home the victory for Jordie in a 5-0. So we're currently sitting in a 0-6 win-loss ratio. We have 6 losses and no wins, and next week we're up against the Motor City Moltres, and their head coach, Cypher Blocker. So look forward to that. Hopefully we can snag a win. I've actually prepared a little bit of a team. I've prepared small things here and there, what I want to do. But so I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, hit that like button, as it is very much appreciated. And the Gengars will return one day. We'll have a comeback, at least win one match. I promise you that. But until next time, I'll see you guys later, Shy Guy Squad. Peace!